As recovery efforts continue tonight, we are hearing an unbelievable rescue story in the midst of Helene. An Asheville woman was scheduled to have a C-section the day after Helene hit. The hurricane trapped her on the side of a mountain, and at 40 weeks pregnant with a breech baby, doctors knew that they needed to get her to help quickly. WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden has these exclusive details on how a Charlotte doctor was able to rescue her off the side of the mountain.
This is a story that could have had a very different outcome if not for two communities coming together to help a woman who was 40 weeks pregnant have a healthy birth in the middle of a historic natural disaster.
Little Maya will hear quite the story someday about what it took to bring her into this world.
So she can do anything.
At 40 weeks pregnant, mom Courtney Mosser had a C-section scheduled for September 28th because her baby was breech.
Well, the hurricane came on the 27th.
Courtney, her husband, and 3.5-year-old son live on the top of a mountain in Asheville.
100 feet from the crest of the mountain.
So pretty high up.
Yeah. We did actually have a little bit of water build up because even that high up, it was like the mountains were full and they were even at the top of the mountain. Water was cascading down.
There was so much water that the road to get off the mountain was impassable.
But the road was broken up by a river, but that one was small enough that we could have traversed that eventually. The neighborhood all came together and started like filling that in to get us past that. But then once we got past that, at the very entrance, there was a sinkhole that was like 40 feet deep, and there was maybe 4 feet of road left.
So you couldn't get past that?
There was no way. We thought about trying to hike out and have someone come get us. There were landslides on either side on 9.
So you were literally trapped in your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Her neighbors, many of whom the family didn't previously know, came together to help.
And then they all start hearing about me. And all of a sudden, they're gathering medical people who live on the mountain. You know, there was like a labor and delivery nurse and a paramedic.
Despite no power or internet and limited phone service, they managed to get word to emergency officials about Courtney's situation.
I was actually working in the Emergency Operation Command when we received word that there was someone on the side of the mountain.
Dr. C.J. Atkinson is normally based at Novant Hospital in Charlotte, but was there in the mountains to help with relief efforts.
And a doctor and a paramedic come out and they say, are you Courtney? We're here to take you on the helicopter. I said, can Justin and Dylan come? And they said no. I think that was the only moment I fully lost it. So then Justin would miss her birth, and also I have never spent a night away from Dylan, ever. And now it was gonna be like without service, and he's on a mountain, and I don't know when they're getting off.
I said to her, do you trust me? And she appropriately said, well, I just met you. And so I rephrased it and said, okay, I need you to trust me and get on this helicopter because we have a tight window to get off the mountain and I'm not sure when we'll be able to come back.
The hospital in Asheville was on a generator with limited water and running out of sterile supplies. So Courtney came to Charlotte to give birth. Her husband and son managed to get there just in time after neighbors worked feverishly to patch enough of the road to make it passable. Then strangers in Charlotte who heard about Courtney on a Facebook moms group made sure the family had a home to stay in.
We got in Monday, and by Tuesday evening, they had found a place for me to stay until Friday, and the porch was filled with clothes for Dylan, clothes for me, clothes for her. I'm overwhelmingly grateful.
And how is she?
She's wonderful. She was breech, came in with a hurricane, and then she was actually born on an eclipse, on a new moon. So I feel like she's gonna be a pretty powerful little being. And so I'll tell her all of that.
And what a story it is. And after 3 weeks of living in that home for free here in Charlotte, they were finally able to go back to their home in Asheville. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.